Well, what makes you feel safe and peaceful in your home? What makes you feel at home? What makes your house your home? This is one of those times when I really wish I could hear how you would answer those questions, because I'm sure we have lots of different answers. And today, part of what we're thinking about is how we all want a place to live, for sure, but even more, we want a place where we feel at home. We all long for home. So I'm wondering about what makes you feel at home. And so I brought some things from my home today because of all of us, I'm the one not in my home. And so I brought some of my home here. And I'll show them to you. I have just a bunch of things. I have a couple of pillows because, oh my, I have so many pillows. And it's partly because my grandmother made a bunch of them for me, but she didn't make either of these two. This one is, I like it because it's from Malta and it's pretty. And I like it and it goes with my furniture. And, but this one is not pretty. I don't think there's anything about this that can be considered pretty. Oh, and the fabric. I don't know what it's made of, some sort of plastic maybe, although it's soft. This is from my childhood. So this is one of those 1970s fabrics that is indestructible, clearly. I don't remember where it came from. I don't know who made it. Clearly it is homemade. And I used it a lot as a child. It went with me, like anytime I had a sleepover or something, it was like a small little pillow that could go and be usable. And so now I still have it, and it makes me feel at home. But it's not pretty. It's so not pretty. What else is in here? Oh, right. This also not pretty, but we're talking about things that make you feel safe and at home. So right now I have some disinfecting wipes. This is my house key. I keep it on this because I have this habit otherwise of losing it, but with this I can usually keep track. So this is for the lock on my house. Now look what I've told all of you. This is my house key. You find this, you can get in my house. Okay, what else? Ooh. Now, really, what I wanted to bring for you is much bigger than this. This is artwork by Dundee Designs in Alexander, Manitoba. And I have in my house at least 8 large pieces of art made by Dundee Designs. They all look kind of like this, but not like this. And I really like them. And so in my home, artwork by Shirley Dundee makes me feel at home. What else? What else? Ooh, I brought this. This is a teapot from my house. It's a special teapot, partly because it was a gift. Most of the special things in my house were. But you see, I don't know if you can see this on the camera. It's very hard to see this little mesh thing. But this makes making tea out of tea leaves very easy. Voila! And so I really appreciate when I can have a cup of tea with my teapot. And it's just the right size for me. And I have one more thing. I could have brought the whole house, I suppose, but I just brought this. Can you see this? Again, someone gave this to me, but this hangs in my house all the time. And it hangs in a fairly visible spot. And when my nieces were little, we started calling this the Story Wizard. And the Story Wizard always helped us tell stories. And so now it still hangs in my house, and it is the Story Wizard for when anybody wants to tell a story. Where can my Story Wizard go? No place for my story wizard. It'll just go. Oh, poor story wizard. Story wizard falling over. It tells stories, it doesn't stand up on its own. So, there's a few things. I'm imagining that as I've been showing you these things, maybe you've been thinking about what it is in your house that makes you feel at home. Is it an object? Is it a thing? Is it a person? I think when we want to feel at home, we want to feel like we can be ourselves, right? All of these things that I say represent my home don't really, they're just fine being here as much as in my house, aren't they? But they are things that make me feel like I can be myself. In your home, do you feel like you can be yourself? Why or why not? I don't want to assume either thing. And if not, what would need to change for you to feel that way? And I wonder if everyone in your household feels the same or not. And when I think about that, I also wonder whether there's anything you can do to make someone in your household feel more at home right now. Like, what about the next time someone is upset in your household? When you respond to them, will you respond in a way that makes them feel alone or at home? I wonder. I know that we can't go into anyone else's home right now, but I wonder if there are ways that even outside our homes, we can help people feel like they are themselves or feel at home. For example, I hope that we try to do that at the church. And I hope that when we are allowed to go into other people's homes or leave our own homes or come back into the church, that we try and find ways to do that. But for now, while we are only in our homes and maybe our workplaces, let's start there. Instead of just living in our houses or apartments, let's see if we can make sure they feel like homes for everybody who lives there.